this story, I've already showed y'all what it's like being with my dad. I've already showed y'all my thoughts on things like if men and women could be friends. But I want to talk about something else that I don't feel most of you will believe actually happened. And this is an experience that happened with my aunt. In the time she almost killed me. No cap, I wish I was making this stuff up. But we're going to get into it. Let me set the stage. So around the same time, I want to say, is when my dad was ditching us left and right like it was his part-time job. My aunt was staying with us, and we had developed this weird little addiction to scaring each other. Harmless stuff completely. Jump scares, popping out from around a corner randomly, waiting in the dark room, then go, the little stuff, harmless. But one day I sat and thought, man, I am really underperforming with this. I know if I sat down and thought about it, I could make a fire idea and do something she's never gonna come back from and declare myself the winner. So one night I went into her room. She always, like clockwork, goes and uses the bathroom before she goes to sleep. And I knew this is how I was gonna get her. I went in the room. On her bed is against the wall. And this woman had an insane, absurd addiction to collecting stuffed animals. On her bed alone was over 40 stuffed animals in the corner, stacked up like a triangle. It's basically a pyramid of fluff. I went and crawled under that and waited. She came in there. I'm trying not to giggle myself to death. She turned off the light. She lay down on the bed and grabbed a book. She always read before she went to sleep. I waited until she got in her perfect little groove, sat there nestled in her perfect position. And then I jumped out at her and I made it like a demon. This woman jumped, rolled, fell out of the bed, and looked like I had slapped the soul out of her. I couldn't stop laughing. I think, you know what, matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I peed myself. I walked away, and she got up and said, okay, you think you got it, but I'm letting you know, the game is officially on. I'm thinking to myself, the game's been on. We've been doing this for months. You just mad because I outstyled you. Okay, I see what it is. It's usually the older people that have the hardest time digesting L's. I should know. I'm now old. So I go about my business, and then the next day, I am in my room. It's a Saturday morning. I remember that part vividly. I lay there sound asleep. And at this point in time in my life, I am usually a very light sleeper. But for some reason, the stars were aligned, not in my favor. But I slowly start to hear something, even in my deep sleep. Noise, rumbling, something's going on, something's moving. I start to open my eyes and break the crust that is sealed them by the eyelashes. And I can only see fuzzy white. But that's normal, right? Because if you're sleeping on your back and you're looking at the ceiling, of course it's white. But my eyes start to clear. But as they're clearing, it becomes blurrier, confusing like. And then I finally get my eyes into focus and notice the ceiling looks wrinkled. Almost looks like a sheet and it's coming at me. But wait, why is it coming? Then out of nowhere, my face is covered in this white. It feels like cloth. It is taking the air away from me. I am now beginning to panic, beginning to choke. My arms are flaring in the air like a fish. Wild thoughts are now consuming my mind. Someone is trying to smother me. Someone is in my room trying to kill me. And if they made it to my room, mine's is by my parents. So that means you had to have passed theirs first, which means my military strong dad that trained to kill is dead and I am next. I start to panic even more. I do not think straight because I am slowly starting to black out. I have exhausted all my air by yelling consistently for no reason when I know no one is coming to help me. And as my arms start to drop because life is leaving me, I am about to see my maker and we got some things to talk about. The pillow starts to rise and it looks almost majestic. Light is beaming in right from under it. And then I hear cackling of the most evil kind and I see it's my aunt. My aunt was smothering me with a pillow, and then she got up and said, I told you I would get you back. And then she proceeds to walk out of the room. I kid you not. From that day forward, I slept with a huge pair of scissors under my pillow, ready for anybody to get this smoke. Because now I have been traumatized and I fear for my life every time I hear a wood board creak. Every time a door starts to open or a knob starts to turn, I think it's someone coming to finish the job, even though I know it's this woman. And that's my dad's sister. I know I got a A1 family, don't I? And I know this is starting to become a tagline, but after I told my mom and dad, yet again, no one avenged me.